I want to take a minute and thank those who have reached out to me in support of Miiko Anderson Law. Since the announcement of the launch, I have received messages, notes of encouragement, and even referrals. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Miiko Anderson, and I am a retired senior prosecutor who spent nearly 2 decades in the criminal justice system. And while there, I prosecuted domestic violence, sexual violence, human trafficking, and gang violence cases. Cases where trauma was really at the forefront of the offense. Since prosecution, I served as an attorney advisor where I took those skills and that insight to train law enforcement, prosecutors, judges, all those really in the criminal justice system on the need for trauma-informed investigation and to make sure that survivors and victims are centered in that process. However, that wasn't enough. I decided just recently and with this launch that I needed to really focus on trauma-informed legal advocacy. So hearing that, a lot of people are now asking me, well, what exactly does that mean? What is it that you do? And for me, it goes across all systems. So in the criminal justice system, I work with victims and survivors who maybe were misclassified or misidentified as perpetrators. I work with those who are in the criminal justice system whose whole story needs to be told in order to get a fair justice in that system. One of the systems that I'll talk about in this video will be the education system. Because as a prosecutor, I learned that in juvenile court, once it gets there, the judges rely heavily on the school records to make a determination on what to do with a particular individual. And the problem is, if those records include things that are mislabeled, mischaracterizations, the failure to recognize disabilities, trauma, and other things that could account for what is termed as bad behavior, the problem is just compounded. So with that, part of my practice is to make sure that parents are able to reach out to me, and if they have IEPs that they are struggling with, if they have disciplinary actions of their child and their student that are really related more to the disability or more to trauma, that we address that then so it doesn't snowball into something else. So with that being said, that is the first of many explanations that I will give for this trauma-informed legal service that is unique in its framing, but necessary in what it provides. So I hope to reach out to you more. And if you have any other areas where you think trauma-informed care needs to be put at the forefront when it comes to all these different system failures, please put it in the comments. Thank you again. Okay.